But let's go ahead now and find out what the latest thinking is from Abuja. Makwe?
Well, thank you, Chamberlain. We have with us in the studio Honorable Shawulu, who is the Chairman House Committee on Defense. And now you're a member of the PDP, are you?
Yes.
Just confirming that. You're welcome to Sunrise Daily. We also have with us Honorable Abubakar, who is a member of the All Progressives Congress and also the Chairman House Committee on FRSC. You're welcome to Sunrise Daily as well.
Thank you, Ma, and good morning, viewers.
Good morning. Now, let us start with this. Have you received confirmation that indeed you're resuming tomorrow? Because word is out there that indeed the National Assembly, not just the House of Representatives, will be resuming or reconvening tomorrow. Do you have word, confirmation of that?
Yeah, we have word, and messages have reached us through the media and then through some SMS and some verbally that we are reconvening indeed tomorrow.
Let me confirm that from Honorable Shawulu.
No, I'm not sure of that. I am aware that a meeting of the leadership, of joint leadership of the House of Representatives and the Senate met and decided that the National Assembly will be reconvened this week.
Yes.
Now, there's a procedure for reconvening. An announcement, not an SMS, will be officially made by the clerks. So we are waiting for the announcement. What is going to happen is that today, most probably the presiding officers will meet with because of what happened the previous week, they may not have met to decide whether it is going to be on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday.
Because some controversy, I want to put this question very straight and get confirmation from both of you, because some controversy had trailed whether or not indeed the National Assembly was going to resume this week, and if indeed they were, precisely when. We understand that there was a meeting with INEC and the leadership of the National Assembly. I think it was shortly after we heard about, we saw the siege at the National Assembly. And the INEC chairman did say that, the National Assembly has promised that they will consider the budget perhaps as early as Tuesday. And some people thought that coming out from that meeting, if he got that reassurance from them, then the chances are high that indeed they could be resuming perhaps on Tuesday. And then we also saw the meeting from APC leaders. We heard the deputy speaker of your chamber talk about reconvening this week as well. I'm not sure whether
the issue is very straight.
Yes.
Whether the House will resume tomorrow
or today.
Tomorrow,
yes,
today, or next tomorrow, there's a process.
But you don't...
The announcement will be made by the clerk. It's that announcement that is going to be used.
So what you're waiting for right now is the announcement?
We're waiting for the official announcement.
Did you receive a text message?
No, I haven't received any text message. We are waiting for the announcement that will be made by the clerk.
It will seem that's not what you're waiting for, sir.
Well, let me say yes.
Are you waiting for that as well, or do you already have a text message confirming to you that you're resuming tomorrow?
Somebody told me that there is SMS around, but I didn't get it.
Okay.
But I have to believe and trust my leaders. And I believe the Deputy Speaker Lasson did mention something similar to that we are probably reconvening tomorrow.
As to the probability then?
Yeah, but Maokwe, I don't think that we should stay on whether it's tomorrow or next tomorrow. I think that is beside the issue. The issue is really that the leadership of the National Assembly, joint leadership met and decided that the House, the National Assembly will be reconvened to consider, I don't like the word pass, to consider the budget proposal that was brought by Mr. President. Now, it's a simple process, which is the same thing with the process of asking for the National Assembly or the House of Representatives to resume. There are a simple procedure. For instance, the manner in which we went on recess has provision in the House rules for how it can be reconvened. The leaders of the parties in the House will approach the Speaker and request that the House will resume. They should resume. And it's very clear in the rules. So it's not even a matter that should be in the press or should be in the media. It's a matter that is clearly spelled out in our rules. And they are not controversial. The rules have been there for a while. They are not controversial matters. If you read the rules.
Well, we're just a little curious. I mean, we just want to know precisely when. I mean, it is
no,
a little funny that we're still dealing with speculation for a matter that's
no, an announcement will be made, this is where we had the confusion in the first place. Because if you look at the rules, for instance, if you look at the Order 5, Rule 2.1, it says that whenever the House shall stand adjourned to a date not fixed, and it is presented to the Speaker by the leaders of the political parties in the House that the House shall meet on a certain day at a certain time, the Speaker shall give notice accordingly, and the House shall meet. That means that if a request to that effect had been made, the Speaker or the presiding officer shall. There's no option of him saying yes or no. It's very clear. So we did not even need to have any controversy. All that would have taken place would have been for then the former minority leader of the Senate, Akpabio, Goswe Akpabio, and Senator Indumi, to jointly address a letter to the Senate President, and the rule says they shall.
It's no longer the leader of
no, I said then. No, they shall. So it's not even. Right. We did not need to go into any controversy.
Honorable Shawulu, while there's no controversy around the process, there certainly is plenty of controversy around the politics, and many have said that many have said that in view of last week's events, that this has a strong hand in why there seems to be this lack of clarity in terms of when or if there will be a reconvening of the National Assembly, particularly allegations around this notion that the Senate President, upon sitting, when the National Assembly does reconvene, that he will declare, according to kind of the political rumor mill, he will declare Senator Godswill Akpabio's seat vacant. Are you aware of some of these political permutations that are out there, and how much of a factor do you think that may play in what we're seeing in terms of the conversation around the reconvening of the National Assembly?
My opinion about it is that if you look at the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, if you look at the relevant sections that have to do with declaring seats vacant, they are not simple processes. They are not, the Senate, you see, the discussion is cast in a way to suggest that the Senate President either intends to act outside the law or that there are no laws governing the process. He cannot. There are laws governing the process of declaring a seat vacant in the Constitution. Even when a member, someone decamps, and it came up a lot of times when persons were decamping from the PDP into the APC. We did protest, and the Speaker gave a ruling once, cutting a section of the Constitution, which I've forgotten, which does say that even when you have confirmed that the person has decamped from the party, you still need a resolution of the House, of the other chambers, to remove the person. So it's not even, they are not even, sorry sir,
yes, please.
These speculations have nothing to do with the processes and the laws.
Well, Honorable Shawulu, in view of what you said, the specific permutation that's being put out there is that even though they're said to be, the National Assembly is said to be reconvening over the INEC elections budget, that before that reading, there is going to be a kind of a call by the Senate President to ask members who are present in the Senate to discuss, the reading of certain defection letters. And at that juncture, some opinions will be made about whether or not Senator Godswill Akpabio's, whether he effectively defected, given the fact that there was no faction in the PDP at the time he defected. And that it was on the basis of that resolution that they would declare his seat vacant, all in one sitting. What do you have to say about that?
All these are speculations that are intended to destabilize the National Assembly. Let me tell you something about, for instance, the issue that we are talking about the Electoral Act. The INEC came out with a timetable in February last year. I was a legislative aide, 2000, to Right Honorable Gali Umar Naaba. And we had this same situation arose. The president did not send the budget of the ANIC to the National Assembly in time. He had to take the speaker writing to the president before a budget was submitted. It's always been the routine. And secondly, the fact of the matter is that since 1999, the National Assembly goes on recess about this time of the year. It's not a new thing. So anyone wanting a budget to have been passed should have sent it earlier. And thirdly, the fact of the matter is that all the monies that are needed for the election process are not required in September. I want to make that point very clear. Our Fiscal Responsibility Act and our relevant procurement acts do not permit any MDA or any government agency to pay 100% of any amount of money to any person for procurement. So even if these monies were in a basket in ANEC at that moment, ANEC cannot expend this money before the House resumes. So all we have, I want to go back to the point you are making. All we have that is happening in the country is politics, not about process, not about what should be done right. It's just about politics.